Hello.
Hello.
I don't know what's going on, but I do know what's going on.
People on it.
Yeah.
Golly, though,
But
but to be like
they're
that bad,
streaming
though.
downstairs, like streaming television, and it's going off the other Wi-Fi router that I have. So I
Hmm.
think it's taking a lot of
From
that, and
you.
it's not. Yeah. So that's why, because I make sure that they don't do that on the nights that I actually race, and
Race.
I'm not, with how much I'm
Yeah.
racing right now, I'm not gonna push it and tell them not to, you know.
Not pushing your luck.
I said Wednesday, Saturday, Monday, like.
Yeah. Well, I've got mine stream. I've got it going too as a backup if you want to restart it
I'm
up
gonna,
again.
yeah.
So the
Um,
points are done, by the way.
okay. And have they started the stage back up yet?
Yes. They're about a couple laps in. Some aggression too.
Who?
Uh, Sal's up to third, but he took it
Wow.
3 wide out of turn 1. So
Good for him. All right. Let's see if this works. We are back live here. Sorry again about the technical difficulties. Bradley Domer Jr. out front. A perfect race for him so far. Josh Harris still maintaining that second spot. And Sal Zavala back up to third. And Tegan, you said you had a pretty aggressive move on the restart.
yeah, we went back green. We had some issues going into and out of one, and Sal kind of took advantage of it while S'mores and Gar were 2 wide. He made it 3 wide, kind of made some contact and kind of cleared himself. And now I think he's up there right behind Harris for second.
And now, to talk about the elimination line, this is not what the one car Matt Connors needs. This is a really bad race for him.
No, right now he's got to make up 4 points on Gar. He's at the cut line, and Sal's got to make up 6. So this series is not a win and you're in. It's based on points, and
Yeah, we have to take into account Spencer.
yeah, that's actually not counting. This is not counting, the finish so far either. The finishes. So Spencer's 1 spot that's a guarantee. So Sal's got the points on Matt right now as they run. Obviously, with him running third, going for second, and I think Matt's still last. He had to get the lucky dog during that last yellow as well.
And how about Sal right here, right on the back bumper of that 54? Can he get the job done here?
Well,
You know
at
he's
this
hungry.
point, I just wonder if they're doing the math in their head. You don't want to push any buttons here.
Yeah, but when you're Sal here, you're on a 5-year drought of not winning a race in this league. This is probably the best chance he's had in a long time, I would say. It's going to be tough to get up there and touch Bradley, but you never know what can happen. There could be a mistake from him at some point. Pit road,
True.
not pit road, anywhere.
But do you want to risk it? Your playoffs. If you make going on a curb wrong and spin it completely out and get passed by Mike or Matt, was it worth it?
But won't he probably do the same thing that we've seen him race so far? Sal's a little out of control here. Holds on to it. Lost a little ground to Harris there as the 61 of Gary, who's in the 4th spot, is closing in on him.
The big loser on this
right
cycle of everything was looks like S'mores. Yeah, he's back there race. He's actually looks like he got back ahead of Wessel, who's just really struggling. He actually spun getting to pit road actually as well.
Oh man!
So he is not happy, and he was actually really aggressive on the restart too. He actually sent it on like 3 or 4 people trying to get the spots back in one corner.
Darth Kylo had a moment, and S'mores almost took advantage there. That's for the 6th spot.
Now, we'll tell you this. Harp knows how to make that car wide.
Very. And as we said before, not a road course ringer, Josh Harris, but doing a pretty decent job tonight. Steady in second the whole time.
I'm telling you, Kamal can ever get clear of the traffic. He actually, I think, got hosed on the restart too. He went back behind Matt at one point, I believe,
man.
because I think he about spun it with all the action that was going on. So he's actually had to play catch up again.
He's hanging out in the 5th spot still, right behind
Oh,
Gary Engelhart.
Sal is pushing his luck
pushing
with the
really
side
hard.
curbs.
You can only do that so much before it bites you. Yeah, Kamal all over the back bumper at Gary.
Yeah,
here.
and this is not a Ford teammate. This is not a friend. So Gar ain't shit to him, so he's going to try to take it. I feel like he's actually kind of lifting to give him a break there.
I don't think he wants to really mess with these midweek guys' playoff chances. He knows what's on the line for him. Sal had a moment there, it looks like. Backed up to Gary. Now they're all pretty close here. 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And S'more is still behind the 9 of Darth Kylo here. Wessel behind them. This is 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Oh, Sal's off the course again.
And it looks like Gar's going to try to take advantage. Does Sal keep it under him? He does. Here we are into turn 2.
Keep it off the
Sal.
curb. Keep it off the curb, Sal.
He didn't. Oh, trying
and that's
to hold
what
on
done
to that
it.
spot. Yeah, that curve is deadly down there in turn 2. Does Sal throw a dive bomb down here at Gary?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Going deep. I don't think he meant to, but he's actually pretty good under braking. He looks a little erratic, but he's getting it done. Right to the back bumper of that 61. Caught him in a really awkward spot. That's a spot that's very dangerous around here.
Oh, he's getting loose.
Now, I believe we'll have 2 stops here in this.
Yes, this is should be a 2-stop. It should actually be split up in even thirds. They should be able to do 8 on each run.
And we're probably getting close to a pit stop here, I'd assume.
I don't see a fuel light on yet, so not yet. There'll be no short pitting on this one because you can't.
Yeah.
Gar with issues and Sal with issues.
Sal, yeah. Can see he had a moment. Will he try to dive it under Gar here into 1? Nope. Takes a wider arc, maybe looking for the runoff. On board with him as he's looking to dive under him into 2. Peeking out to the right side. Late on the brakes. But Gar is 2. No dice there into turn 2. And the 9 and the 22, this bunch is holding a decent distance away from him. They're not too far back here. Darth Kylo in the 9, S'mores in the 22, and Wessel in the 98.
Yeah, now actually got a little bit of a gap.
This is you can't hear a lot of engine sounds.
Yeah, mine's going back and forth.
Yeah.
It depends on, I guess, the angle for the camera.
And we're not talking about the guy out front too much, but Bradley Domer Jr. just doing his thing out here. What you expect out of this guy on a road course like
Fuel light is on for Salvador, so he's on lap 22.
Okay, and this is what is it?
It's a 38 lapper.
Oh, okay.
So like he could, you could pit right here
fine.
And make it if you pit here.
He's gonna. Short pitting here, I like that. Trying to get the jump. Darth Kylo doing the same thing. Hopefully doesn't put him in a precarious fuel spot later in the race, but
it should be even. The fuel shows 9, but I think it quickly switches to 8.
And how many laps does he have here at the long?
We have 16 to go when he pitted here. So Harp looks like he pitted as well.
Yep, 9 and the 8 in the pits here.
Wessel around the 22.
Wessel got by the 22, yeah.
Oh, S'mores let him go.
Pit spot. Yeah. I don't know if that's a guy you want to be behind.
If you are, I'd give him a gap.
He's had some trouble today.
That's what Wessel said. He's just hope I don't fuck it up.
Into turn 3.
Yes, he does, and he's bouncing it. Oh, Kamal barely got by that.
Yeah, and that's a great job by the 61 there, not to wreck him.
Or get a penalty.
A lot of guys have just, wildly rejoined the track and have no regard for where
what's
anybody else
coming
is.
out.
He was very aware in that situation of where the 90 car was. Rally
7 is
the
pitting.
leader here. Pitting, yep. The 54 of Harris. Will he pit? He does as well.
Yes. Kamal as well.
61
Gar
will
as
pit.
well.
98
will also be pitting.
42. The choo-choo train heads to pit road. Everybody's stopping here. Had 2 guys stop the lap before. That was the 8 and the 9. We're going to go with Sal here. See if he's had a good out lap and see if where he can come out compared to the guys he was racing.
And
Remember,
especially Gar with his issue.
Yep. He was around the 61 and the 90. So you'd think, yeah, with Gar's issue, that he could be ahead of those guys. Maybe even Darth Kylo in the 9 has clean track this lap. He could gain some time as well. Go on board with Sal, coming through the final corner. And see some guys exiting the pits in front of him. This is going to be really tight here. This is the danger zone.
He got by
clears
both.
the 90.
He's up to third.
Oh, they're going to be side by side.
Yeah, the 90 had the
90
cut.
and the 8. I think Sal might let him go here.
I don't know, Jim.
A big dive and contact. He lets him go there. Don't think he meant to get in that hot. He settles into the 4th spot. And now I'll be curious to see. I think it might be too little too late with how big of an advantage the 7 car has, but I'd like to see what this 90 can do with clean track in front of him.
Yeah, I did too.
Always a good road racer, Kamal Wright. Let's go on board with Bradley for a little bit here. Just see an artist at work.
Right here is where he's making his time up compared to me. He gets it to cut at least 4/10 to half a second when I was running with him, just in that corner alone. I would kind of get it back everywhere else, chipping at it.
One for him right there. But
turn 1 is very dependent on your braking.
I was about to say how precise he is, and in that moment he was far from it, but gets through this corner, textbook right there from the 7 car. He has a huge gap. I got him. I did some counting there, some a little Mississippi second counting between Harris and Bradley. I had them about 11 or 12 seconds apart. And as you see, that 90 has gapped the 8, and he's catching the 54. He could be looking to finish up here in the 2nd spot. We do have 1 stop remaining, though, so there is a lot of time left.
And we got, Sal back, there's 5 cars right there that if one has a mishap, could easily collect another.
Definitely. Looks like the 9 and Darth Kylo either had an issue or got the short end of the stick on the pit cycle, because he's now behind the 22 and the 98.
Yeah, the 90's there. In that short period that he got by Sal, he has caught Harris.
And this is, as we said, Kamal Wright does not run a lot. I can hardly recall him ever running any of these lower series races. So it's just about familiarity with the car. It's a track that we don't run. Harris kind of getting aggressive with the block, going down into turn 2. Kamal taking the wide arc. Could he try to cross him over a little bit? But a really nice corner from Harris there. He'll maintain the 2nd spot for now as we go down this long straight. Remember, the midweek series has normal draft, so Kamal Wright's going to get the draft down the straightaway. Will he try to look to make an overtake
that's
here?
just a bad entry, though, for the 54. But look, see, that's what I said. 54 took it wide because it's too hot. Bad entry.
90 forced him into a mistake. Put the pressure on him. That's all you can do at the road course sometimes. Get close enough, make him be looking in the mirror more than out of the windshield, and force him into a mistake. Kamal Wright up into the 2nd spot.
Now I would be curious to know what the actual difference is. And the chat's pretty quiet.
A lot of focus. This track takes a high level of focus.
Poor Matt. He's just trying back here to keep it on the racetrack, and he's even going a little bit slower than normal. He's still having a hard time.
Not a road course specialist here, Matt Connors, and actually had some decent pace at Watkins Glen Sunday night for the CFRL Cup Series race. But tonight, not the night for the one car. He's going to have an uphill battle at Bristol if the point situation remains with his two biggest points rivals, the 8 and the 61. They're running in the 4th and 5th spots right now, so they're going to gain points on that.
Wessel's actually right there behind Gar now.
61, yeah.
He's got his stuff figured out.
You and I are always on the same page because right as I'm about to say something, I cut to a camera. you are right.
I was
there.
on it.
Yeah, that's what I had just tuned into, the 98 of Wessel. And as you said, a very able road course racer. You might not realize it. You look at his wins, they're at the bigger, faster tracks. You know, the longer ovals are where he specializes. But a sneaky good road course racer here at the 98 of Wessel. I believe he finished third at Watkins Glen earlier this year in the midweek series. So doing a great job.
Going to take a move here.
Under Gar.
Does he force it? Might get off the curb.
He's staying under there, yeah. No dice that time, but he's still right on the back bumper of that 61. Will he try something to turn one? That would be daring. Gar gives him the room.
Gar gave him the preferred lane.
Yeah. This is the biggest passing zone for me, down into turn 2. Wessel will look to the right. He'll get in hard. Gar's out wide.
Well, I think Gar's actually trying to play nice there. He's just trying to make sure. I think he's doing the math.
I'd sure like to see what's going on in that brain right now.
Think monkeys are beating one drum.
I don't know if any drums are getting beaten up there. On board with Cameron Morris here. I believe he's in the 7th spot.
He's I think Gar's kind of falling off here, but I've noticed since Kamal got the second, he's not left him.
Not made big gains. I got to say, I'm supremely impressed with the 54 of Harris right here. This is one of the more impressive showings that I've seen from him. He is doing a really good job.
I think he's just, you see how he's not pushing it. He's making sure he's keeping it on the pavement by quite a bit. Like he's trying to miss the curbs. He's not trying to hit them. He's not getting on them on the exit, which is really what got the 98 out of sorts in the first stage quite often.
Well, the thing with Harris is he's not going to win this race. So
no, he knew that going in.
Exactly, and he's just being, work smarter, not harder sometimes, There's some races in the Cup Series that I know I don't have a chance to win, so I just try to maintain a top 4 to 6 finish, and that's all you can get sometimes. And he's right there in the 3rd spot doing a great job. Now we have a Charger here in the field. That 98 of Wessel really starting to find his groove. He's catching the 8 of Sal. Doing a great job here, Wessel.
At this point, Sal can bleed points because he's racing Matt. He's just got to finish ahead of Matt.
Behind Matt, I believe.
Is he 2 points behind Matt? Yes, he is 2 points. Oh, yeah. So, they could tie.
He can lose a spot, but this would be 5th. Matt, I believe, is 9th.
Yeah, he should be last unless something's happened and we didn't see it.
And I'm going to presume the fastest lap point is going to be off the board.
I think he did. I think I already heard him mention a 21.
I don't see it. Wow, what a great turn one from Wessel.
I think Wessel got a 121.
Turn 2.
6 on that lap.
He's really finding his groove.
Oh, yeah. In his words, he's eating right now.
He's eating. Is that what he said?
Yeah, well, when he gave that lap time out, he did.
You ever hear that guy burp or anything? He sure likes to eat, and he's about to do it here down in the turn 3. Can he dive under him? He's been aggressive going for the passes. Nope.
Ooh, a little bit of an issue there with the 8. It looked like he got loose on the braking there to me. I think what you see on a lot of these offline. Oh,
Sal's loose.
Sal's loose. Yep.
great job holding on to that car. You know, you've been in that exact spot before, Tegan.
God,
Both of us have.
yes.
And you know how scary that moment is.
And you won't believe this. It's actually worse than Cup cars.
Yeah, yeah.
Wessel took it wide there.
Yeah, but I think Sal's going to try to settle in here. He can't lose too many spots because he has sixth and seventh right behind. Sixth and seventh right behind him. So,
If they were to tie, I do not have tiebreakers factored in, so I will have to go look at that real quick.
oh boy, don't even get me started on that. We're going to have a crazy Bristol race.
Bradley just hit a 21.3, which we're getting to the end of the tire, so makes sense.
And as
pitted.
You know, how many laps to go?
I didn't see it, but I'm going to assume it's at least 8.
Yeah.
Maybe even 7.
They were on the same strategy before. Sal exits here. I'm going to expect to see.
Yeah, he pitted with 8 to go there.
Watch on with the leader, Bradley Domer Jr. Pit stop time for him.
'90s coming in.
As is the 54, 61, 98, 22. The whole field here going to take their pit stop.
So, depending on how this race plays out, so far, Salvador only has 4 finishes this year. Or he's got more than that, but he's got a 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So 5th is his best finish. He's only got one of those, but he's got 3 7th-place finishes. Let's check out Matt.
Would it be the round finish?
Well, there is no round yet. Oh, you're right. But we do have Bristol and stuff, yeah. So that might be if he does tie out of this race, if he finishes higher, he'll have the tiebreaker so far.
I think Sal might have lost a little ground. Yeah,
he did. He's behind the 61 and the 2. Yeah. Or was really conservative on entry.
Yeah, because he's down behind the 61, the 22 there. Those were guys that were ahead of him. I believe he's now in the 7th spot, which would put him tied with Matt Connors.
Oh, wow. And which would then give him the tiebreaker if it was to stay that way.
It's unlikely they would remain tied at Bristol. But you never know. Crazier things have happened. A little more gap between the 90 and the 54.
Does it not?
Now here.
Okay, did Harp also got by the 61 and the 22? Did he do some? Surely he didn't do some strategy call, because it's not going to work. Because he was kind of behind pretty good, unless he's a lap down.
Yeah.
No, he's not. He's ahead of all of them.
Wow.
Because
I'm not sure what happened there.
The 8 is in 7th, and then Kylo's actually behind him.
Yeah.
By 6. Who the hell is ahead of him?
Speeding. So the leader's Bradley in the 7 car. Second, Kamal Wright. Third, Josh Harris. Fourth spot, that's David Wessel. Yeah. 5th, 6th are Gary and Smoris. And then Sal's in 7th. So Darth Kylo must have had a big issue there somewhere down the line.
I'm seeing Wessel. I thought he was Harp. That's my bad. No, Harris is still right there with Kamal.
Yeah. It's very, very impressive. Bradley looking to lap Matt Connors here. Sal is kind of caught up to the back of this group here, the 22 and the 61. And we know there's not much love lost between Sal and S'mores. There was an incident a couple years back with those two in the All-Star Open.
And we got 5 to go. No more yellows. When Bradley crossed the line there.
I'm talking to Chad that Bradley could have got a speeding penalty and still have won this race with relative ease. He is just rolling. This is going to be a huge, huge win for Bradley.
It just ran another 121.30.
We have a comment from Spencer in the chat saying, yo, on the YouTube channel. Hello, Spencer. I don't know where
he said what?
He said, yo.
Okay, that's odd.
Has he been kidnapped?
Does this guy even know what's going on anymore?
Oh, he is pushing. Bradley is pushing Matt. He sends him wide.
And Matt let him go.
Spencer has woken up from a nap.
That's what I figured he was going to do. Yep. That's what I figured happened.
He pulled a Kamal.
Yep. I think is Kamal was able to recover from it.
Yeah, Spencer picked a bad time to be sleepy.
And, you know, if we'd had more people in this race, there could have been a mathematical probability
of
a path, yes. But with only 9 cars, and
very unlikely.
Very unlikely now.
Well, Spencer, you are with that. You're probably going to be eliminated from the midweek playoffs here. So it's unfortunate after you've had a good season.
Well, that is wild, though, to oversleep by an hour.
Sal's staying right behind S'mores here in the 22, about half a second behind him.
Well, okay, so, like... Oh, he's driving it in deep.
Wow. Big move, and he's going to get it done.
I think S'mores actually let that go, yeah. And, yeah, S'mores is like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he said, how did you make that stick? He's going to look back to the right side of him. Not going to get it done. That's a big move from the 8. He's driving with a lot of confidence today.
That was way more than 3 car lengths, I think.
That's a big move. Kamal maintaining the 2nd spot. Harrison 3rd. Wessel back there in 4th. Good points for those guys. Wessel had a bleak start to this race, but a problem that he has is not being able to stick through it. He did tonight, and he's going to end up likely with the top 5. Less than 3 laps to go now here at Mid Ohio. Bradley is rolling.
I'm curious if the 8 can do that again.
The Gary?
Yeah, I don't think he's close as he was with S'mores.
He's not close enough right now. I believe he's about 2/10 further back currently.
He can make up a lot of time.
He has a lot of confidence under braking right now.
Oh, he did? Ooh, he's trying it. I think he made up time, yes.
He definitely did.
I could hear where he's braking.
Yeah. I'll see when the counter gets through. Yeah, he gained about 0.2 of a second on the brakes in that corner. But he loses it in the more technical part here.
Oh, he's off track.
Bradley
the 61.
Less than 2 to go now.
And he takes it wide here. He's there.
Sal's there looking for the 6th. This is the top 5 battle for right here. Gary in 5th, Sal in 6th.
Now, does Gar math it here? Does he do like he did with Wessel? Does he give him the first? Yes, he checks it up.
Smart. Oh, the crossover though.
Yeah, wow, the bad entry. That was a bad entry for the 8.
That is a nice move by the 61.
And now we're back to where he was. The gap.
This battle will rage on. And yeah, but he might be a little closer here coming down this long stretch.
Yes, I think he is.
Into that heavy braking zone. Could he be in range to give it a go? Give it a dive. That's his strongest part of the track. Play it on the brakes.
Oh,
he's way in the grass.
Yeah, he was going to cut it
Pushing
pretty good there if he didn't get it back on the racetrack.
Through the final two corners
Guard to
now
go wide
here.
there. That could make you loose if you don't do it right. And
Bradley's
he's wide
gonna
again.
take the white flag here. We're going to get back to that battle here. That's for the 5th spot. Sal right on the back bumper.
Yeah,
That's 61.
he's pushing it. 61's pushing it.
Bradley Domer Jr. off into turn 2 now. What a dominant performance from him today.
Sal had issues there.
Sal's loose. Could S'mores have a chance to make a pass? Into turn 1, S'mores looking low. He backs off. Bradley now. Gonna head through the S's for the final time. The battle has stretched out a little bit. Now it's for 6th back there. Sal and S'mores going at it. We'll catch them towards the end. But through the final section of the track, Bradley Domer Jr., he was a winner on Sunday at Gateway. And this is the type of track you expect to see him excel at. Through the final 2 corners, did you expect anything different? National Series win number 23 for Bradley Domer Jr. Sal here, getting loose. I don't know if he's going to have enough time to get back to the 5th spot. S'mores pressuring him from out back. Looks like these guys are going to settle in. The margin of victory sounds like from the chat
18.
was about 18 seconds. Yep.
19.2 maybe.
Wow. Sal trying. Not going to get it done.
S'mores got loose there right there.
He'll end up 6th. Kamal Wright ended up 2nd in this race. Josh Harris in the 3rd spot. David Wessel 4th. He's right behind Harris. Must have closed in.
That's the one car.
I know. I'm just saying that Wessel closed in a little bit on Harris. He's finished 4th. And then Gary rounds up the top 5 after that exciting battle there at the end between 3 cars for that last top 5 spot. But a big performance from Bradley Domer Jr. tonight. He is your race winner at Mid Ohio. And as I said, Tegan, did you expect anything different?
No, I mean, I think we called it, going in.
And I'm going to presume he probably has the fastest lap, too.
It sounds like he was pretty low a couple of times. He does. 21.2.
Wessel close there, though.
Yeah,
21.
it's a 10th,
Look at this.
yes.
Kamal, Harris, Sal. Really competitive times from the field here, as Bradley is the one to get it done. Tegan, do you want to get him in here for a quick interview before they get going for Bristol?
Yeah. I'm assuming we're going to we'll try to get the top 3 in, maybe.
I think I might just do Bradley and then cut the stream and then get ready for the Bristol one. Waiting on the winner here, Bradley Domer Jr. And there he is, your race winner, Bradley Domer Jr., win number 23 in the National Series. I said it when you were about to cross the line. Did you expect anything different? We didn't. Did you?
No. I won by 19.4 seconds, according to BadFest.
A pretty dominant performance from you. Was there ever any moment where it was in doubt whatsoever?
No. I mean, besides lap 1 when Sal almost obliterated me in turn 2, No.
It was a pretty exciting race throughout the field, though. You won the Cup Series race at Gateway a couple nights ago. What does it mean for you to get a victory in the final road course race throughout the series that we run on NASCAR Heat 5?
Feels great. Love road course racing. It's one of my best styles of racing. Just there's the one track that I would have loved to win at, but just wasn't in the cards, as Ryan would say. But I guess it's nice to come down here and win the last road course race of the year.
Well, Bradley, thank you for hopping in here. Congratulations on a big win. We'll see if you can get truck win number 19 at Bristol in a few moments. Thank you, Bradley.
I haven't practiced, so we'll see.
Good luck. That's your race winner. Not really much to talk to him about. He had about as uneventful of a race as you can have, winning by nearly 20 seconds. Let's get Kamal in here, second place finisher. We can do some more interviews, I think.
Yeah.
We'll do the top 3. Kamal Wright, Cup Series regular. I believe he's finished second to Bradley at a fair few road courses, so not an unfamiliar sight for him. But good to see him come out to this series. You know, he doesn't run down here very often, so. And there he is, the second place finisher, Kamal Wright. A rare appearance from you in the midweek series, but you come home with a second place finish. How'd it feel? I assume that car familiarity was probably your main issue.
Yep. It didn't get fixed. It didn't get fixed till after the first pit stop, and then that's when I really started rolling.
Another thing I noticed was you were kind of stuck in traffic for a little while. I feel like you were being a little cautious around some of the guys fighting for the midweek playoff spots to make that second round.
Yeah,
did that factor in how you raced those people?
Oh yeah. I was being very cautious around them. I wasn't trying to do anything stupid or anything aggressive. I was just trying to, maneuver around them as cleanly as possible and get going with my race.
Do you think if you could have, if let's say we're re-racking it and doing another race right now, do you think you would have had something for Bradley with the track time that you gained there, or would it not?
Did you lose any time to him after you cleared Harris, or did you kind of stay even?
He was smoking me. That man was putting heater at the heater at the heat. Like it was crazy.
Well, it was yeah. I mean, so you don't think you had anything for him, even if we started right now?
That man, it was like that man was going to the studio and dropping bangers after banger after banger. Like it was crazy.
All right, well, Kamal, thank you. We're calling Bradley 2018 feature run J. Cole out here, so thank you for jumping in here, Kamal. Are you racing the second race, Bristol?
Oh yeah, I'm racing Bristol.
All right, well, it's going to be a fun one down there in the truck series, so good luck, Kamal.
All right, see ya.
I think we got time to do Harris.
Yeah, we'll do Harris.
Okay.
Yep. And I want to give him a shout out because this is a kind of a part of his, racing ability that you don't really expect to see out of him. We really haven't seen out of him until the last couple of weeks here at that big run at Watkins Glen a couple of days ago and a nice third place finish tonight. And there he is, your third place finisher, Josh Harris, out here racing for an interview.
That's right.
I got to say, thoroughly impressed with your performance tonight. You showed speed Sunday at Watkins Glen. You were rock solid tonight, basically running the whole race in either the second or the third spot. How did you feel? I mean, this is a big step that you've taken in road course racing.
Yeah. Well, we had a great start. I don't know what happened at the start for a lot of cars to get jumbled up, but I went from 8th to 2nd, and I was pretty great. Despite Wessel and ZX may having to get through traffic and some troubles. At one point, I did think I was the second fastest, but then ZX got around me, which kind of made me run faster. I was running like low 122s. Then once he got around me, I cracked into 121s. Then almost got to a 121.5. I think got to a 121.6 is the best I could get. But it's a great points day to see the points leader not show up for the first race. So know I gained a lot on him, probably passed him. And oh god, we're gonna load into practice, and I might have to stay in here. But no, I gained on him, so any points I can gain to just give myself a cushion for the next few races and rounds, I am happy to do that.
Yeah, and you've been in the league for about 7 years now, right? You've won cup races, you've won races down here in the midweek series. What would it mean for you to finally take that next step and to win the midweek series championship? Because this run for you tonight is putting you in a very good spot at Bristol to advance to the next round. And you will, with Spencer likely being eliminated after missing the Mid Ohio race, it'll put you in a position to be the number 1 seed for that second round. So
that is great. It sounds like you're interviewing Denny Hamlin. What's the next thing he can do to get to the next spot? It's the championship. I don't want to think about that right now. I want to think about getting points each and every single race. Then once we get the final 4 locked, that's when I'll worry about the championship. Got a lot of threats. I think Russell can be a good threat. Gar could be a good threat. Maybe if Spencer can find a way to point his way out from under the bubble, he could maybe be a threat. S'mores can be a threat, but that's still a lot of races from now. So as long as I'm pointing my way in, oh my God, they're wrecking in practice. Point my way in for the next few rounds. I struggle out here. I think I have a great chance to hosting up that title. That's about 5 races out, so just focus on the next few rounds.
When it comes to playoff time, I don't know if Denny Hamlin is the person like to compare himself to. But thank you for jumping in here, Harris. Really appreciate it. Congratulations on a really nice 3rd place finish. You can stay in here. But part 1 of this stream is about to be over. We're done with Mid Ohio. We'll take a minute here before they get going at Bristol. Go to the bathroom, grab a glass of water, get ready to go because we have 100 laps at Thunder Valley coming up. So we will be back in a few minutes for the Truck Series at Bristol. All right, we're stopped.
Yay.
I didn't lag out for 40 minutes.
Good.
I'll let Bradley know that we're done with interviews. Spencer's cooked.
I race 4.
Did you do all the points, Tegan?
Jonesy, you're muted.
Oh, my bad. So yeah, points are done. Harris, you're locked. So is Morris and Wessel for sure.
Spencer
Spencer is 18 behind. He basically lost his points and then lost it again. He can't get in. Not with the guys that we have racing.
Well,
no, he can't.
It's 10 cars. Actually, no.
No, he can't. Not with everybody racing. They'll get points. That's what I'm saying. He can't lose enough. I mean, they can't lose enough from a gap.
So if Sal finishes 10th.
I mean, he's 17 behind Matt alone.
Yeah, because he can only gain 11 points if he wins, and Sal or Matt finishes 10th.
And no stage points, so he can gain 16.
Yeah,
or something like
that. So
he's
fucked.
So yeah, he's eliminated. And I don't even think he realizes it either. Does he?
I'm not going to say nothing when I go back.
Because he was in the chat. I heard him make it because he napped.
I said it. He was asleep.
Which I kind of had a feeling that's what it was going to be in, but...
Once I join back, I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
It's going to come down to my 2 Pookies.
Which ones?
They're separated by 1 out.
Wow. My boys.
Wow. Oh, my God.
Sal's up by 1. Harp's up by 6. Gary's up by 8. Gary's almost basically a lock, too. But I don't want to call that for sure, so...
I'm going to go in the chat and say Spencer is, like, 5th.
Tell me he's 30 points up.
Don't say that. Tell him he's out.
No.
Don't tell me he's out either,
you're
because
crush his fucking heart.
You will have a shit show. in that
Yeah,
race.
he's gonna fucking
I
crash
told him
out.
he was out during the broadcast. I said it to him. He was watching it. And I said it.
I just wonder if he fucking got it though.
No.
I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna
I'd like if he wins and then he comes out. I interview him after, and I'm like, "Well, you still are eliminated."
like we
He'd be
did for the
"What?
championship race
Are you serious?"
that first year where he won it, but Kevin
How?
won the championship.
Yeah, he didn't understand that.
So Michael, I gotta get your opinion.
Yes.
Should I run the truck race? I know you're probably gonna say no because you want me to broadcast, but
Yes.
if I run it and I win it, then I keep Bradley from getting 20 this year.
He knows you
Please.
wanted. He said that earlier today.
What?
That you were going to try to fucking cock block him from getting 20 wins. He's not
Please
going to
do it.
win both tonight and Talladega. That'd be tough.
True. I don't know though. He is a good plate racer.
Yeah, but it's still going to be tough to
It's
do.
the trucks that's a wild race.
Yeah.
Last year proved that. Come on, I guess I'll run that one then. Maybe I'll cock
Alright,
block his
I'm
ass there.
switching over.
Sounds good. All right.
Great job on the booth, fellas.
We tried.
Not
It,
really.
Yeah.
Thank
it was
Wow.
Wow. iffy.
I think we
Yeah.
did good when it was working,
Yes.
but and it was kind of
All
a
right,
shit.
whatever.
Yeah, it was a shitty race.